Okay, so first things first, I was inspired to make this video by my friend, Appellant Hart. His link to his channel will be in the description, plus the link to our channel where we're going to be doing collaborations. He made a video about his problems with Fortnite, and he made another one on his problems with Apex Legends. I will be doing one about Apex Legends, but for now, I'm going to be doing one about Fortnite, because I think there's a bit more to talk about with Fortnite. So, as you've probably seen from a few of my videos, I do play Fortnite. I do play it every now and then. I personally think that it has changed my life in a good way, in my opinion. And I know it has changed the lives of many other people. But I just have some things to talk about. So first off, I think that Fortnite is starting to die. A lot of people like to say otherwise, but it's kind of inevitable that the game is going to die at some point. And it seems like the game is already starting to go downhill. Personally, I think the best way they could fix it is to listen to their community rather than listening to like the big streamers. That's another big problem that I think Fortnite has, is that they don't really listen to their overall community. And they always tend to listen to their big streamers or YouTubers. And because of this, um, it has led to some not very great stuff happening in the game. Another issue is that they just never had any content. And I get with the whole COVID-19 going on right now and the people at Epic Games need to work from home. I completely get that, but I personally don't think that's enough to shorten the amount of updates that they bring to the game on a weekly basis. We used to get updates to the game every week. Now we seem to be getting them every couple weeks, which is a lot less than it was before. And in those updates that come every couple weeks, we get almost no content. And that is, it's just not really fun to play the game when there's not a lot of content. And personally, I've been kind of disappointed with the last few seasons. Um, and I don't think we've had a good season since season 9. Season X to this season have been fine, but they just haven't been great. And like I said, I think a good way for them to fix it is to listen to their overall community rather than listening to like the big streamers. I'm not saying that the big streamers are wrong. A lot of the times they are right, and they should listen to them. But what I'm saying is they shouldn't take everything they say too seriously, and they should also listen to their community as a whole on top of the streamers. The streamers don't even make up half of the people who play the game. So to just listen to them is it's not really that great because they're kind of abandoning their community when they do. So, yeah. Another thing is the game's kind of the same old thing as it's always been. And I know they've been like trying to add a few things to like mix it up every season with new mechanics, but it's still pretty much the same thing. So what I'm thinking is maybe um, they could experiment with a ton of new stuff. If they feel like it doesn't fit the game, then they can take it out. But if people like it, then they could keep it. That's something that Epic should do more, is a lot of experimentation. They could even add like a second game mode with experimental items and get people's feedback on them. That would actually be really fun. And also another thing is, creative mode. Um, the main thing that people were excited for in season 7. They never update it. All they ever do to creative is bring new hubs and add new featured islands. That's basically it. We haven't had a creative update that actually brought new stuff to it other than those since season 2 when they added the rapid fire SMG to the creative inventory, which wasn't even that big a deal. Personally, I think that they should update creative in some better ways. Like maybe add new mechanics to creative. One big thing that I think they should add is make it so that you can like this would be pretty big for map creators. Um, Try to see if they could make the island size or the island storage bigger, because that would open up a lot more opportunities for map creators, especially for like death run or storytelling maps. By the way, those are my favorite kinds of maps: is death runs and story maps. Another thing they could do is, like I said before, they could add new mechanics to creative. And also, there are a lot of bugs in creative that have yet to been patched, and they've been in the game since creative first came out. So yeah. And to explain how slow they are in updating creative, there was this bug in creative in season 8, and it was probably in season 7 too, where you could put a pyramid on top of a spawn pad, and then you could fly outside of your island. They never patched it until this season, almost over a year later. That's how slow they are with updating creative, in my opinion. One last thing, save the world. They, I think it was a big mistake for them to outright say they're stopping updates to save the world. I think that was a big mistake for them to do, and it really, it's kind of hard for them to just abandon their overall game mode that they've been working on for years. I understand that like they're trying to help the people who are in quarantine, and people in quarantine don't really work as hard because because there aren't as much of them, and they don't have the tools that they have at Epic Games HQ or whatever. But they what I think they should do is maybe they could try partnering up with some other company. I know that'd be kind of hard because of competition, and also it would be kind of hard financially. But if they could find a company that could help them with Save the World, and they could be supported financially, and they can get past competition, they could overhaul Save the World in many ways. I personally play Save the World a lot. I think Save the World is probably my favorite game mode because it's a lot different than Battle Royale. Personally, I'm not even a big fan of the Battle Royale genre, and that's why that's why I don't really play Battle Royale games as much as I used to. The only Battle Royale game I play on a regular basis is Apex Legends. In my opinion, Apex has a lot more updates to it, but it still has problems, which I'll explain in a later video. Well, I hope that Epic can realize all these problems and help make the game better, and they can bring more updates to the game once the whole quarantine stuff is over. And also, this isn't really on topic with the whole like problems with Fortnite, but with the programmers and stuff working from home, they have made some pretty good events. Like the Travis Scott event was made. I'm pretty sure that was made by the programmers who worked at home, and the Device event, which was also probably all made from home by different people. That's pretty impressive. And if they can do all that at home, why can't they do similar things to like help update their game and help bring new stuff to the game and perhaps experiment with stuff. Okay, well, that's all I want to talk about today about my problems with Fortnite. I'm not saying Fortnite is a bad game. Fortnite, it's not a horrible game. I'm personally not a big fan of it. I do still play it every now and then, but it's not something I play on a regular basis. In fact, every week or so when they bring new challenges, I do go to complete them because I do like to keep up with other people who play the game. And also, I don't think I could ever get rid of it because my sister and my father both play it. So I don't think I could ever escape it. Well, I'm hoping that by season 4 or 5, they can get all this stuff fixed, and hopefully they can realize all this stuff that I've talked about, and they could help make the game better. If they could make their game better by fixing a lot of the stuff that's wrong with it, I I'd probably play the game a lot more. However, with the state the game is in now, it's not likely. And also, on a side note, there was this bug, I don't know if it's still in the game, but if you went to your Build Umbrella challenges and go to the last challenge, the text will appear purple for some reason, and when you click on it, they leaked a skin on one of the icons on it. It brings you to like the menu screen for selecting an upgrade to the umbrella, but all the icons for the upgrades are replaced by an icon for a skin which hasn't been released yet. At least I don't think it's been released. If you do know what the skin is, then let me know. And it also had placeholder text instead of normal text. They literally leaked a skin on accident. I still don't know how they make that slip through, but they did. Well, anyway, that's all I want to talk about. See